in life journey. I am Vanessa and I'm living in a van and her name is Sunshine. Sunshiny days. I'm still building out sunshine. I'm in Vegas doing van life and I am here to eat. I just came from Walmart. Well, I didn't just come from Walmart, but I did go to Walmart. I got me some water, I got me some rotisserie chicken, and I got me a sweet kale salad. And I decided to come to another park because let me put this thing in the window. I don't know if the black side, which side go where. Let me put this thing in the window because the sign is sunny. The sun is sunny. I'm just gonna put this right here. I don't know what that's for. Hey, Miss Valley. Hey, Miss Judith. Hey, Miss Eleanor. How are you guys doing? So I just went to Walmart. Well, about an hour ago, I went to Walmart. I got me a rotisserie chicken, last one left. It looked like they didn't have none. And then I went over to the other side and found one rotisserie chicken. I was like, praise the Lord. So I got a rotisserie chicken, a sweet kale salad, and some water. And then I decided to ask Siri where was the nearby park. So I was coming to another park, and then I seen 2 garage sale signs. So I'm trying to vlog and do a weekly vlog. So I was like, well, maybe it'd be good to take them to a garage sale. So I end up spending $24 at the garage sale. I bought a container to put my clothes in. I bought some random tools. Hey, Miss Candice. So I pulled over at the park to eat. We cannot go in the back because the back is full. The little thing that I bought, the back is full. I can't go to the back. So I have to pull everything out the van later today. I decided I was gonna go help my friend around 1, but it looked like it's gonna be like 1:30. So let me get my food out the back. My food is in the backyard. So we're about to have a mukbang brunch. I didn't really have breakfast. All I had was 1 can of sardines. Now this thing don't work perfectly. So yeah, I can't get to my paper plates. And at the garage sale, I bought these spoons and forks. Y'all know they be selling these at the Dollar Tree for $1. But they wanted $1 for them. But you know the Dollar Tree ain't no dollar no more. Stuff is 50 cents, $1.25, and it's supposed to be going up to $2. So I went ahead and bought these for $1 because I be looking for some spoons and forks right about now. And even though I got a couple of paper plates and stuff like that, I'm really not a paper plate kind of girl. I don't know what kind of vehicle this is made for or how you use this, but oops. So we got a kale salad, a rotisserie chicken, and we don't have a paper plate because I got stuff in the back. Ooh. I got stuff in the back. And I can't get to them. I'm trying to get to my wet wipes. Y'all, this is gonna be a hot mess. I don't have no paper plate. Maybe I need to sit it down. Even though I'm not supposed to be eating no kale salad. Well, it's not that I'm not supposed to be eating it. It's not good for me to eat raw kale, raw cabbage and stuff like that, and broccoli with a goiter. It makes it inflamed, so my goiter is probably gonna get inflamed. But I love kale, so I mean, that's the sacrifice I'm willing to make. It's good for you in so many ways, but then again, if you got issues like me, it might not be good for you. But I've been eating it for years. I'm still alive. It ain't gonna kill me. It's just gonna make my goiter inflamed. Now I can eat this whole bag of salad. This is a little bag from Walmart. Costco be having a big bag. Miss Candace say, how is the weather there? It is beautiful here, 70 degrees. Last night was in the 60s. My type of weather. I know that's right. That sounds wonderful. I need to come there. How many months y'all had that kind of weather? I need to come to your state. Thank you, Lord, for this food we're about to receive in Jesus' name. This is brunch. I don't like the way that piece of whatever that is looks. This is brunch. This is lunch and breakfast. And I wanted to come to a park because I know after I eat, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. Girl, I was driving down the street. You know how they be building new homes? I seen some signs for new homes starting at $400,000. So that means these homes in this neighborhood could be up to $1 million. North Carolina. How many months do y'all have that kind of weather? Do it snow in North Carolina? Do it snow? Do it flood? Do it have hurricanes? Do it have tornadoes? I like to go on YouTube and just watch videos on different states. Like, watch those videos, things to know before you move to North Carolina. I will watch about 5 or 6 of them videos. And they tell you everything from the weather to the economy, how much houses are going for. Do they have grass in North Carolina, trees? I brought a bottle of water. But I don't see it. All I see is them other bottles of water. Yeah, I'm hungry. I am hungry. Let's get this leg. Can y'all see my salad? Oh, this chicken kind of dry. I got a lot of work to do today. And I done waited until the heat of the night. I was watching this married couple. They was on that show. I forgot the name of it. It might have been Put a Ring on It or something like that. Girl, they was a hot mess on the show. But they ended up getting married. They have a YouTube channel. I'm surprised their channel haven't done better, because they are some beautiful people. But the lady Shay was talking about dating and relationships. And women expectations of dating. And then I watched that other show on YouTube. They be showing little clips on Pop the Balloon. And girl, them women and the men, but mainly the women, they be popping the balloon for some stupid stuff. I don't like his shoes. I don't like his tie. His pants are too tight. Nah. I agree with the too tight pants. Because if your pants too tight, you can't breathe. And I don't think no man, I don't think no real man should be having on no tight jeans. I was telling Ms Charlene about this man I seen the other day, baby. His jeans were so tight, he looked like he had a cootie cat. I thought I saw a putty cat. It looked like he had a cootie cat, girl. Men should not wear jeans that tight. Hey, Miss Virgo. You should not wear jeans that tight if you're a man. Where it look like you got a cootie cat. Something ain't right with that picture. And then you want me to go out with you? So I don't like men with skinny jeans. That's a no for me. If you have skinny jeans, But it's things that I don't like. Like, I don't like a man with long hair, a big afro, or dreads. But I need to get to know the person first. It might be a good person up under them dreadlocks. You can't just say, eh. And it might be a good person up under them skinny jeans, but it depends on how the man look and how he carry himself. I would have to have a conversation with him first. Even if he have on skinny jeans. He might have on skinny jeans the first day you meet him. And the next time you see him, he might have on a pair of coveralls. It's just one outfit. You're not gonna like every single thing a person wears. But it's not about what the person have on. It's about what they have within. And you're not gonna get to know them if you judge them by hairstyle, height. I don't like short men. I like tall men. But I dated short men before. I don't like heavyset men. But I did date a heavyset man before. I don't like a man with a eeny, weeny, beeny, teeny, weeny. You know what? But I've dated a couple of them before too. So it's about the person. And you have to get to know the person. And these dating shows, that's why some of these people are single, because they are so vain. I seen one man, he popped the lady balloon because her toes wasn't cute. And she was a cute lady. She had a nice shape. She was smart. She was intelligent. She was pretty. And they popped the balloon because she didn't have no cute feet. And my whole thing is, are you looking for love? I don't think people are looking for love anymore. I think people looking for America's Next Top Model. And even they are not perfect. People's differences is what make the world go round. Now, if you got a foot fetish and you like pretty feet, okay. But are you gonna judge the woman feet first, or her face first, or her personality first? If you're going strictly by feet, I'm scared of you. I don't want to date you. If that's all that matter is some feet, did that mean you not really into me? You just like my feet. You just want to date my feet. That's why so many men pay these women on OnlyFans so much money. Let me tell y'all something. If you're on OnlyFans, I heard a lady say she got this client on OnlyFans and he be sending her $100. And she thought that was some money. She be making videos for him. Do not make no videos for men on OnlyFans for no $100. Charge them $500 or more. Those men are putting your videos on other sites and they making thousands of dollars off of it. If you're gonna make videos for somebody for $100, you need to include that they do not own the rights to that video. And they do not have your permission to post your video on any other site. And they do not have your permission to monetize your video. You think you making some money because they gave you $100. That ain't no money. They making the money. They making the money. Miss Candace said that is true. Get to know the person. Hey, Shelaze. It seems like it's all about how much money you got, what you own. I know this is what they doing nowadays. They look at what kind of jewelry the man got on. To me, this is how men are dating now, and this is how women are dating. Men are dating by the size of the waist, the size of the bust, and the size of the rack. That's why all these women going out getting BBLs. Everybody looking the same. And what's gonna happen? You know, the key to getting BBLs and breast implants and stuff. I heard somebody say this before that had a BBL and breast implants, and it made a lot of sense. People want to go get the cheapest BBL, the cheapest breast implant, But I heard somebody say before, if you're going to get any plastic surgery done, plastic surgery has to have upkeep. Like your breast implant is supposed to be changed out every 5 to 10 years. If you cannot afford to have your breast implant changed out in the next 5 to 10 years, don't get it. That's what the person said. If you can't afford the upkeep and the follow-up of surgeries, do not get them. If you can't afford possible complications, I've seen women, this might be an unusual circumstance, but I have seen women that this happened to. They got breast implant and their body rejected the breast implant. And they had to take them out. What do you do if you paid all this money for a breast implant and your body rejected? Taking them out is not included in your fee of putting them in. I dropped my top on the floor, y'all. Ain't nobody at the park. Some man over there. I want to go to the park and do some stretching. But I probably have to do that off camera. Somebody gonna ask me earlier, where was I at? Or to show them the park. Y'all don't come to my chat asking me to show y'all where I'm at or tell y'all where I'm at. If I'm not showing you and I'm not telling you, that means I don't want to show you and I don't want to tell you. Y'all sometimes forget that and sometimes I think it be trolls, because I don't think nobody in their right mind that see somebody live living in a van is gonna ask somebody in front of everybody in the audience, where are you? That don't make sense, y'all. If a person is showing you where they at and they surroundings, then you could say, oh, where is that? But if a person is sitting in the car and they ain't showing you nothing, don't ask them where they at. Okay? I'm just saying. Even if you watch a person all the time, if you come to their channel all the time, and you know them. That person's safety comes first. And it's not about being scary. Safety is not about being scared. You could not be scared. And there's still some crazy people in the world. I just left a garage sale. That was weird. I just left a garage sale, y'all. And it was this Caucasian guy. And he was picking up everything. I thought he was about to buy the stuff. He had something that I wanted. He picked it up. And I was like, oh man, he got that. I had it first, but I was thinking about it. And then he ended up picking it up. And then next thing you know, I had a lot of men at the house where I was at the garage sale. It was two next door neighbors having a garage sale. But the man was just picking up stuff and he looked weird and his eyes was all spaced out. And one of them dudes came over there and say, hey, hey, are you buying stuff? Or are you just playing around? He said, it's time to move on. I need you to leave. It's time to move on. I need you to leave. I was looking at the man, and his eyes was spaced all the way out. He said, I don't know what you own. You own something wrong with you, something, but I need you to move on. And he put that stuff down. And he did look like he was on something, y'all. And he did look like he was acting weird. He did seem like he could probably end up attacking somebody or something. You can't play with crazy people. You cannot play with crazy people. You cannot play with people on drugs. They are unpredictable. Like, they unpredictable. You don't know what they own. You don't know what's running through their mind. Hey, Miss Martha. Hey, Miss Royal. Miss Royal say, what are you eating? Those BBLs look like diapers. Them BBLs is not cute, child. Hey, Miss Arnez. What's OnlyFans? Is that new girl? OnlyFans been around for years. OnlyFans is where women and men can go on. OnlyFans is kind of like a porn site. They could get nude on OnlyFans. You know, if you get nude on YouTube, they'll take your channel. But on OnlyFans is made for nudity. Now, that's not all that's on OnlyFans, but the majority of what's on OnlyFans is nudity. I seen a couple talking about how much money they make a year. Girl, they make like $5-10 million a year. They're on OnlyFans and they have intercourse with each other on OnlyFans. And people pay. People pay a subscription. If y'all know who Trisha Paytas is, Trisha Paytas have been having an OnlyFans for years, and girl, she go over there and do her thing. You could show you could get 100% nude on OnlyFans, y'all. That's interesting. Miss Royal say, what are you eating? I had a sweet kale salad and a rotisserie chicken. Miss Virgo say, anytime I show something online, it's after I've already left. And you can still show stuff online after you left, but if you frequent the place a lot, then people know where to come, just sit out and hang out and look for you. I seen this other YouTuber, and girl, people figured out where the lady live at, and they went to the lady's neighborhood and just sitting in a car for 2 and 3 days waiting on the lady to pass by. That is some weird stuff. I could never do that. You got some people making some money on OnlyFans. Now, if you a sinner and you're sinning anyway, I'm not telling nobody to go out and do OnlyFans or do anything that's a sin against God. But if you are already sinning against God and you ain't trying to live for Jesus and you know it, ain't no point in faking the funk. You might as well make as much money you can make and do whatever you gonna do, because you could go to hell anyway, broke. But it's, you know, some people do OnlyFans and they doing all this stuff and they still broke. If I'm gonna be showing my cootie cat somewhere, I better be making some money. Oh, it's some weirdos out there. Yes, it is. That's some freaky, freaky stuff. Now, OnlyFans have different levels. They have. Now, I've never went and looked on OnlyFans. Now, you could just go to OnlyFans and look at the person profile. You could go scroll on OnlyFans, but you have to pay to look at the person's account. Now, I ain't never paid to see nothing, but because I know the first time I heard about her OnlyFans, I was like, what is OnlyFans? And so I went to go, I thought it was like YouTube. Because some, you know, when I used to do mukbangs, some people say you need to open up an OnlyFans. OnlyFans is not just for nudity. So OnlyFans is like, if you are a social media influencer, then your fans can go over there to follow you. But you could do whatever you want to do on OnlyFans, but a lot of people do nudity. The majority, 99.9%, is nudity. Nudity or sexual content, because some people don't do nudity, but they do sexual content. Like, they'll dress up and they'll put on some lingerie and they'll just whatever. I seen people share their link. Yeah, y'all. If you, I mean, I ain't promoting the OnlyFans, but they got some prostitutes out here. If you selling your body for sex, nowadays, all of the social medias that they have, OnlyFans, Patreon, I think you can get nude on Patreon. I'm not sure. I think you can. But I don't feel like you need to prostitute. I wouldn't be mad at a woman being on OnlyFans instead of prostituting. People out here prostituting their bodies for $5, doing all kind of stuff for $5 and $10 and $3. Girl, get your tail on OnlyFans. You can't get AIDS on OnlyFans. You can't go to jail on OnlyFans. So if that's the kind of stuff you're doing, you guys, I would say go to OnlyFans, go to Patreon. You can play music on OnlyFans, I think. You can play music on Patreon. But I'm not recommending those things. I'm not saying, hey, go out and go open up an OnlyFans account. But if you are already sinning, you already a prostitute, you already a hooker, you already a hoe, then go. I mean, you might as well make as much money as you possibly can. You going to hell, you might as well. I don't know, y'all. If I was a freak, which I am a freak, but I'm not that kind of freak. Yeah, if I was just comfortable with my body and I wanted to be a dancer and I wanted to strip or something, I'd have me OnlyFans account. I'm just saying, I would. But that ain't the kind of party we having up over here. They won't really pay if you're not showing nothing. But they got to subscribe to, they got to pay for a membership. So sometimes, like if you have another social media, you have YouTube, you got people that will want to see you do something, so they will pay. You got people that will pay. Believe me, it has some people that should be making buku's dollars. But like I say, the lady thought that her saying she had somebody paying her $100 to show her feet is a lot of money. It's not really a lot of money when you think about you're making a custom video for them and they are recycling that video, recirculating that video to make money off of it. So if they can't watch my regular content, But yeah, if you out there hooking and whoring and prostituting already, I would suggest you stop doing that. And I would suggest you go get you an OnlyFans and a Patreon and do what you got to do over there. Because, baby, you is risking your life out here in these streets. Meeting these strange men in places. You could be meeting a serial killer. And at least on OnlyFans, you could still be communicating with a serial killer, but you ain't gonna never meet up with him. He could watch me all he want. But yeah, we have to be careful not to give out too much information. I'm not scared, you guys, of nothing and no one. But sometimes the level of privacy that you have, like I say, I've been places before and the trolls done call the restaurant, they done call the park that I'm at, they done did this, they done did that, and you know what? They gonna need a GPS. I think they trying to put a GPS on my car. They trying to GPS me. I need to have a GPS suite. You never knew what, Miss Virgo? Yeah, OnlyFans is like a membership. You can't see the person's content until you pay for the membership. Oh yeah, Miss Virgo girl. That troll that make videos about me, girl, she done called the restaurant that I was at. She done called the park. When I was at Harvest Host, she called Harvest Host, told them people I hit a dog, child. They done the most and think they on their way to heaven. Baby, you is not on your way to heaven. You is on your way to hell. You might already be in hell, because you in hell on earth. For you to do the kind of stuff you do, you is not living for Jesus. You is on hell. Girl, that's not obsession, that's hate. And you know, when you hate somebody else, you hate yourself, because hate is something that's internal. I do not have the capabilities of hating. I was telling Ms Charlene the other day, Ms Charlene said it ain't gonna do no good to pray for them folks. She said it ain't gonna do no good to pray for them folks. They beyond prayer. I said maybe so, but I have to do my part and pray for them anyway. They will not be able to tell the Lord, nobody told me, nobody cared, nobody showed me, nobody prayed for me. And another thing, sometimes when people are doing wrong to you, you're not just praying for them, you're praying for them for yourself, because the devil is trying to use their actions to get you to react, and the devil wants you to hate them. Hate is not a part of a relationship with God, and you need to pray for people to keep the devil from trying to make you hate that person. I have never hated anyone ever in my life. All that I've been through, I've never hated anyone. But when the devil start putting some thoughts up in your head to try to get even with that person, to try to hurt that person, to try to get back at that person, you need to pray. It's not just for them, it's for you. When you pray and you turn that person over to God, you're also releasing those negative thoughts, the spirit of hate, the spirit of anger. God say to be angry and sin not. In order to be angry and not to sin, you need to pray and turn it over to God, right? Right. Hey, Andrew, what's up? What is up? You need to turn that over to God. So anyway, y'all, I said I was gonna go about 1, but I'm waiting on my food. To kick in, because I know I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. I want to go to the bathroom before I go where I'm going. How am I liking my new van overall? You want me to tell you what I love about my new van? I love that I have air. I didn't have air in Treasure. Girl, I'm sitting up here talking to y'all because I got some air. I didn't have air in Treasure, so I love that I have air. I love that I could stand up in it. I love that she's cute and sleek. I love that she's reliable. And I love my new van. Now, as far as the van build and stuff, I think I'm gonna do a no build. I bought some stuff today from the garage sale that I just went to. That's why I'm sitting up here, because I got stuff in the back and I can't get back there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a no build, and I think I'm gonna do that video soon. But yeah, I bought this little thing to put my clothes in, and it was orange. It was only $5. I bought some plates and trays from Goodwill the other day, and I like my toilet from Trellinio, but I'm thinking about putting one of them old people chair toilets in there. Miss Royal say congratulations on the new van. Have you given your new van a name yet? Yes, her name is Sunshine, Miss Royal. You haven't watched any of the videos? What's the new van name? It's Sunshine. Sunshiny days. That's what y'all always be hearing me saying. Welcome to Vanessa's Van Life Journey. My name is Vanessa, and I live in a van, and her name is Sunshine. Sunshiny days. Her name is Sunshine. Her name is Sunshine. Her name is Sunshine. I am so used to Treasure. Girl, me too. I was, I was recording a video the other day. And I said Treasure. And then I was like, Sunshine is a treasure. So I could still call her Treasure. Sunshine is a treasure. Sunshine is a blessing and a gift from God. I thank the Lord for blessing me with Sunshine. I highly, highly, highly recommend Ritchie Brothers Auction. I went on a site the other day to look at their site. They have several vehicles coming up for auction. You have to pay cash. So if you're saving for a vehicle you could stand up in is affordable. If you're gonna pay $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a regular vehicle, you might as well go to Ritchie Brother Auction and buy one of their vehicles. Somebody was asking me about my van the other day, and I'm very pleased with my purchase from Ritchie Brother Auction. I drove my van off of the parking lot. I drove my van from the state I bought it in all the way back to Nevada. I have not had any mechanical work done on my van since the day I bought it, other than an oil change and to put some air in my tires. And that's it. Do I recommend being a nomad with a kid? It depends on how. There are people that do van life, bus life. There's a family out there that live in a school bus, and I think they got like 15 children, girl. And it's a lot of, I've seen a couple of African Americans popping up here and there lately that are traveling with their kids. I recommend you doing what you want to do. I don't have a child. I don't have a dog. I might have a dog in the future. I might end up with Raven. I'm definitely going to be going camping with Raven here and there. Raven may not be my permanent dog, but Raven is my niece, and Ms Charlene is her mama. And I might adopt Raven one day. But yeah, I will be going camping with Raven, and I'm gonna take her some places with me by herself, with just me and her. But I can't recommend anything that I have never done, but I can recommend you to do what you want to do and do your research. There is one lady that I seen on YouTube. I don't know what happened. I subscribed to her channel, and then I ain't seen nothing from her. She's an African American lady, and she has a son, and she does van life or car life with him, and he's actually in school while they travel. And I haven't seen any videos from her lately. I need to go. I can't remember the name of her channel either. But I recommend you do whatever you want to do, baby. It's a free world, a free country. Um, and I think doing van life or the nomad life with a child can be very, very educational and very freeing and invigorating for them. I would recommend it, because if I had a child, I would still do van life. I would probably have a bigger vehicle. I would probably have a school bus or an RV or something, so they could have their own room and their own space. Hey, sweet baby say hello. Vanessa, sunshine is beautiful. I can't wait until you finish it. I know it will look great. Girl, I might not finish sunshine till another year. I am not in a rush, you guys. I think I'm gonna do a no bill and have some place to keep my stuff, have some place to cook, and yeah, I think I'm gonna do that for a while. I want to do it to see the world and get away from the people I live with. I would recommend you doing whatever you want to do. How old is the child and how many children? Because there's some nomads, girl, they got like 10 children. It's definitely okay. If you want to know if it's doable, it is definitely doable. You could homeschool, or you could have online school. Yes, my kids love the outdoors. Hey, Miss Rita, how you been doing, sweet lady? I think it gives them different experiences, different culture. I think children that grow up as nomads are happier and freer and maybe even smarter, because they get to go places. They get to go places that you read about in the history books, and they get to see it firsthand. Miss Rita say, I'm hanging in there. Vanessa, how are you doing today? Girl, I am blessed and highly favored. Chilling like a villain. Got up early this morning, got a knock on the door. Excuse me, ma'am, you need to move. At 5:40 a.m. it was already daylight. Okay, I need to move. Thank you for letting me sleep all night long. Woo-wee. That was not disappointing. The lady was so cool, though. She was so cool. She was like, I like your van. Hey, Miss Rose, long time no see. What you been up to, Miss Rose? Thank you, Miss Rose. Happy Sunday to everybody in the chat as well. I've been coming to y'all live in between the things I'm doing, y'all. You working? Okay. I'm getting ready to go help out a friend, and I'm probably going to be helping them out to like 12 o'clock tonight, or maybe 8. It just depends. Oh, Lord. This is about to be a lot of work. And I need to empty out my van, y'all. I'm tired. I got some of their stuff in my van. I got to get their stuff out of my van. And I went to a garage sale and I bought a few things for the van. So we'll see. I'm gonna do a no bill just so I can have some storage and stuff. So yeah. Hey, Shella J. Yeah, that was pretty much my alarm. She just woke me up because I wanted to get up at 5 o'clock anyway. She just woke me up and I went to the park and I went walking. I went and got some water for my swamp cooler and filled up my 5-gallon thing, and I went to the bathroom. So yeah, that was pretty much like, get up, girl, get up. But it wasn't a big deal. If I ever get a knock, it's never a big deal. Just know that It's never a big deal. The lady was so nice. She told me where to go park it. She was like, you can go park over there. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you over there. But I was like, she was so nice. I had my window down, talking to her in the driver's seat. Yep, you just got to look. You know what, y'all? And I learned this years ago. Your frame of mind and your outlook on stuff is the bottom line about stuff. I remember years ago when I wanted to hurt myself, I just felt so sad and low and like I was tired and like it was the end of the world. And God ended up showing me later, girl, that situation you was going through was nothing. You got over that. You made it through it. Tomorrow always has. God say his blessings are new every morning. Tomorrow is a whole nother day. I don't care how low you get. I don't care how bad you feel. I don't care how worthless you feel. I don't care how tired you feel. Tomorrow is a new day. And if you change your perspective and your outlook, you can handle any situation. And that's what God has taught me. My outlook on stuff, I can handle any situation. Girl, we overcoming that. We triumphing over that. We gonna beat that. We about to do this. So it's all about your outlook. You know, some people give up and they give in. And you know, if the doctor told me tomorrow you got 6 months to live, I'ma say screw you and your advice, first of all, because the only person know when I'm gonna die is Jesus. And you can't tell me when I'm gonna die, because he ain't gonna even tell me when I'm gonna die. But if you say I got 6 months to live, okay, fine. I'm just gonna leave up out of there. I'm not taking none of your medicine that you want me to take, telling me I got 6 months to live. You just told me I had 6 months to live. Why I got to take some medicine? Well, if I'm gonna die in 6 months, I'm just gonna die. Maybe the medicine that you giving me gonna kill me in 6 months. I ain't taking it. I ain't taking it. I ain't taking chemo. I ain't taking medicine. I'm not taking. You tell me I got 6 months to live, I better die in 6 months without your medication, or I'm gonna sue you for giving me some bad advice. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh. But yeah, y'all, if somebody told me I had 6 months to live, girl, we about to go do the same thing we doing now. We about to travel. We about to see the world. Girl, if I got 6 months to live, the only thing I need handled in 6 months is I want to be cremated, and I need to handle who my vehicle gonna go to. If anything happened to me today or tomorrow, I've already told the person that is entrusted with my affairs what to do with my belongings. None of my family members, nothing is going to anything in nobody in my family. You know, my family is the people that God have put in my life. That's who my family is. So if anything happened to me, I don't have that much. All I have is a trailer, which could just be sold and let it stay where it is. I don't know if anybody would want to pull it anywhere, but I would just, even the people that I bought it from, say, Vanessa, if you ever want to get rid of the trailer, don't move it, just sell it. Sell it where it's at. So the only things I have to my name is my trailer, what's at the trailer, what's in the trailer and this van, and what's in the van. That's it. I don't have that much. One day, hopefully, I'll have some land. And I'm not leaving any. If anybody waiting on me to die in my family to get something, which I don't think that they are, but if you waiting on me to die to get something from me, I don't have nothing to give, and whatever I have to give, I would give it to the people that are in my life showing up for me, and that wouldn't be no family member, unfortunately. And I don't expect any, if any of my family members die today or tomorrow, girl, I'm gonna get the same thing they done gave me while they was alive. And that's nothing. Okay? I don't Oh, I'm just telling the truth. I ain't expecting nothing from nobody. Like, nobody have given me nothing but a hard time. And I don't expect nobody to give me nothing when they die. If you have limited time to live, why are you taking medicine? That's what I say. Wouldn't that be a waste of money? Yep, they be telling these people you're dying, you have cancer, and then they take all this medicine and they make them sick, and they not even enjoying the time they have left on this earth. Girl, you can't get me to pop a pill. You tell me I'm dying, or you tell me I had cancer. Okay, good, girl. I've been living all this time with it, probably, and didn't know nothing about it. And I'm not going to let it play a psychological mind game on me. I'm not going to be sitting around here worried, oh, I'm dying, oh, I'm dying. I seen a lady in Walmart today. She was so skinny and frail, and it looked like she had a stroke or something. And her leg was crooked, and she was just walking, pushing her basket. And I prayed for her. But even to just see her out, because in her condition, girl, her mouth was like, she was like that. But even to see her out in her condition, she probably didn't have nobody to do anything for her. But just to see her out, like, just because you sick, you still got to get up. You still got to get out. You can't just sit there and give up. You can't just sit there and play dead before you die. You got to get up. And yeah, you might be in pain getting up, but get up. Unfortunately for them, if you don't leave them anything, but it's not unfortunate for you and the person you leave it to, because it's only your wishes. It's yours to leave to whomever. Yeah, you don't have to leave your stuff to family. I think sometimes family feel entitled. Oh, that's my mama. I done seen people literally killing each other over what they mama and daddy died and left. They literally killing each other. I wish I would fight over something. Somebody died and they didn't leave it to you, because if you're fighting over it, they didn't leave it to you. If they left it to you, you don't have to fight for it. Baby, I will not be fighting for nothing. If it wasn't in a will and it wasn't in my name and you didn't write it down and make it plain, it could go to the government. I don't care. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm not about to fight nobody for nothing. You know, I'm the oldest of 6 children, 4 living. Some people might say, well, Vanessa, you have the right to divide. I ain't divide nothing. If you didn't put it in the will, it could go to the government. I'm not dividing it. I don't care. I don't want it. If you didn't leave it to me, you didn't give it to me. And then another thing, if you didn't do nothing for me while you was living, I don't want nothing from you and you dead to make you feel good, to make you seem like you left me something. No. I was struggling when you was alive and you wouldn't even give me a cup of water. No, thank you. And some people ain't got nothing to leave nobody. Some people been and said they left you something, and girl, they owe. They gonna leave you a house and it's got $30,000 back taxes on it. Who want that? I don't want it. Let it go to the government. I don't care, child. Nope. I had somebody tell me one time they was gonna leave me something when they die. And I told them, you think I believe that? And they was like, one never knows, does one? Oh, I know you ain't gonna leave me nothing. I know you just, why would you want to lie and talk and try to make somebody think you're gonna leave them something? Girl, that person didn't even leave me the courtesy of saying bye. You didn't even leave me the courtesy of saying, oh, I'm dying, bye. So I don't expect people, you could tell if people would possibly do right by you if they did die, but they don't owe you anything. But if people do stuff for you when they alive, then they might leave you something when they die. But if they didn't, stop expecting stuff from people and they didn't do nothing from you when they alive. Your mama didn't make a will. Your mama didn't write it down. Why would you want your children to fight over stuff? Why would you want your children to kill each other for your stuff? Some people are, girl, how we got on this conversation, I don't know. But I'm going to tell y'all this. People who do not leave a will, they're evil. That is downright evil when you know you got multiple relatives and you know them people gonna be fussing, fighting, and arguing over your stuff. That is evil to me, not to leave a will. That is evil to me. Even if you don't have to have a will, y'all. You could make a at-home will and you can go get it notarized. And you could tell people before, when I die, but you still need to put it in writing. You could tell people before I die, I want this and this and this to go to people, and I don't want y'all to fight over my stuff. Baby, I'm telling people now, my relatives ain't getting nothing that I have. I do not have that much, but do not show up at nobody's house, nobody's front door, nobody's police station and say, where is Vanessa's van life journeys van? It ain't yours. You ain't gonna get it, and it ain't for you. Okay, it's go to somebody else, not you. And they could do whatever they want to do with it. They could sell it. They could live in it. They could give it to a family member. They could keep it. You have a will. I have my desires are made plain. I don't have nothing. But the person that my stuff gonna go to, they already know. And I told them, do not let nobody in my family have nothing. Nobody better not show up at your house. Y'all, when I had Treasure, I had a letter. If you're a nomad, I suggest you do this. In your possessions, in your belongings, in your house, I suggest you put something somewhere with a letter in it, your last will and testament. and what you want done with your stuff. Like an emergency contact list. Keep it up here somewhere. I need to put mine up here. Emergency contact list. Contact this person in case of an emergency. And if that's the person, then my car goes to this person. Contact this person about my car or whatever. Miss Kanisha said hi Miss Kanisha. Hey Miss Michaela, how you been doing, girl? If you want somebody to have something, you need to tell that person before you die, and then putting in writing. I have some things I need to put in writing, but I have told the person, when I die, this going to you, this going to you. I ain't got that much, but you can have it. I done gave them keys to things, codes to things. Because family member will try to come out the, girl, you could be dying and your family will not be there to help you while you're dying, while you're struggling. And then as soon as you die, they want to show up and come get your car, come get your house. Where you going? Where you going? I ain't seen you in 5 years. I ain't seen you in 15, 20 years. I don't know. You know, I think my family have good enough sense to know not to come and try to claim nothing of mine. Number one, I ain't talking to you. Number two, you ain't helped me with nothing. And number three, what gives you the right to my possessions? And number four, when you die, what you giving me? Nothing? Well, it's the same thing. I ain't looking for nothing from you. Don't look for nothing from me. I ain't looking for nothing from none of my family members, not one of them. I'm the oldest of 4 children living. If my mama died tomorrow, I'm going to tell my sisters and brothers to go bury their mama. Because I never had no mama. I raised myself. So, unfortunately, I believe she probably got her affairs in order, where her funeral is probably already arranged and she probably already got a plot and all of that. Good for her, because that's what she need. She need to have all of that. Danielle say family will be the one that will push you closer to the grave. Oh yes, they will, if they know they are gonna get something. They'll try to take you out. Oh, yep, I think a couple of my family members tried to kill me. Oh, they probably thought they probably thought I was gonna lead them something. Newsflash, no, you're not. And then how you wanna give something to somebody that don't take care of anything? Like, I wouldn't want to give nothing to nobody that's not responsible. Like if my van went to a certain particular individuals, they wouldn't do nothing but sell it, because they ain't responsible. They don't have value for nothing. Like, so yeah, that's just my little spiel on where the whole conversation is. To me, don't fight over nothing. when people die. And don't wait on people to die to get some. I had a female tell me one time she wished she had a friend that was in high school, and the friend grandmother died and left her a car. And she said, I wish one of my family members would die and leave me a car. I said, you wish one of your family members would die to leave you a car? Can't you just go to work and get your own car? Well, ain't nobody never died and left me nothing, so you still waiting on them to die? I'm not waiting on nobody to die to leave me nothing. Like that's something wrong with that picture. You waiting on people to die? I witnessed that with my uncle on life support, and all 4 of his daughters took him off of life. Wow. I had another friend, the son took his daddy off of life support because, and the doctors had said he was doing good and he might recover. Girl, that son pulled that plug so fast. Other family members was trying to take him to court to have the right of say, because the man's sisters and brothers didn't want to take him off life support. But girl, the son was sorry, ain't never had nothing, wanted his daddy's belongings. Girl, he took his daddy off of life support, and it was people still fighting him, family members still fighting him to leave, sisters and brothers still fighting to leave their brother and their sister on life support. Girl, you cannot, let me tell you something about your children. Don't let your children have say over your remains and whether or not you should be on life support. Girl, your kids children don't love their parents like you love them. Your children ain't trying to hear they're gonna have to take care of you, they're gonna have to feed you. No, they're gonna unplug you from the life support, baby. You wouldn't unplug them, but they gonna unplug you. Nope. I don't trust the kids. Not these children with this mindset today, in today's time. Girl, let the doctor tell them, oh, he might have to have a tube. Oh, you're going to have to bathe him. Oh, he's going to be in a wheelchair. They're going to say take him off life support. That boy took his daddy off of life support, even though the common law wife didn't want to take him off life support. The sisters didn't want to take them off life support, and your next of kin, believe it or not, even if you got a sister, even if you got a common law wife, your next of kin is your child. Y'all better put in y'all last will and testaments, my child do not have no say so over me. Baby, my child do not have no say so over me, not none. Y'all better not let y'all children have no say so over it. I don't care if they act like they like you. I don't care if they act like they love you. Children nowadays are not cut out for the doctor telling them, oh, she's going to be bedridden. Even if your mind is fully functioning, the child would still say, well, I don't want to take care of her. Who's going to take care of her? Girl, I know somebody else, their relative was a millionaire. Baby, they pulled that person off that off the life support so they could get their money. Yep, their parent was a millionaire, baby. They could have fought for that person's life, but I think they wanted the money, so they didn't. Jay say it's deep, but it's true. Sad to say. Sad to say, girl, these children in 2025, in the 20th century, they cut from a different cloth. They is cut from a different cloth, girl. The sooner they parent die, they trying to figure out what I'm gonna get. These children nowadays, girl, they ain't planning for the future. They ain't working. They ain't trying to get no degree, no career. They got their pants sagging down to the ground, robbing, stealing, and killing. And if you think they wouldn't pull the plug on you, if they had the opportunity to do it, you got another thing coming to you. I ain't trusting, girl. That's the last person I would trust if I was you, is a child. No, ma'am. That boy pulled that plug so fast on his daddy, and he didn't even give his dad a chance. You know, sometimes when people pull the plug on you, you've been in the hospital for 6 months, a year. This man wasn't even in the hospital for a month. And then the nurses and the doctors were saying, we see signs of, you know, we be talking to him, we hitting his hand, we see signs of reflex, and we see signs of a response. And they was giving the man a good report. The son didn't care. The son wanted to pull the plug. The son didn't care of, the son wasn't even going by the recommendations of the doctor. I don't think doctors should feel like a patient have hope and then let a relative pull the plug. I think that's unlawful. But I think it happens every day. The family be like, I don't want him to suffer. Now, I seen a man on life support before, and he was in really bad condition. He had been in a car accident, hitting the medium on the freeway head on, and his fingers were blue, black, his toes were blue, black. They were gonna have to amputate his hand. They were gonna have to amputate his arm. They were gonna have to amputate his fingers. They was gonna have to amputate his leg. And I seen them. And I know that people could still hear you, even though they're unconscious. And his family was saying they want to keep him on life support. And I said, and I know he heard me, I said, if he knew, because he never came conscious for nobody to tell him that they were going to amputate his leg and his fingers, and one of his arms was going to have to be amputated. They was even going to amputate his ear. You could tell everything that they were going to amputate because it was totally black. It was no more life in it. And I said, if he knew that they were going to amputate his leg, if he knew that they were going to amputate his hands and his fingers and his ears, if he knew that he lost sight and he wasn't going to be able to see anymore, he wasn't going to be able to walk anymore, he wouldn't want to be here. He wouldn't want y'all to keep him on life support. Only he would probably say, if he lived, why y'all didn't let me die? And I said that aloud in the room with him. And the next day he died. The next day he died because he didn't want to live like that. He didn't know. He never gained consciousness. He never knew that they were going to amputate his leg. He never knew that they were going to amputate his fingers. He never knew that he lost sight. He never knew. He didn't see how he looked. He never gained consciousness, and he was a hot mess. Baby, they was going to cut everything on him. And when I said that, girl, the next day he died. Because I think even though people are unconscious, I think they could still hear. Danielle say, I witnessed that with my uncle on life support, and all four of his daughters took him off of life support. Danielle say, that's how long my uncle was in before they came to a conclusion he was worth more dead. Wow. 1 month. Child, them people trying to get to these youngsters nowadays, they trying to get to the money. They don't care about the person. They trying to get to the money. And then if the person live and the person is going to be disabled, or the person is going to be a liability to them, they'd rather for the person to be dead. I wouldn't want, me personally, I don't want to be on life support, period. If you have to resuscitate me, I don't want to be resuscitated. I don't want to be resuscitated. I need to put all that in my car up here. I don't want to be resuscitated. I don't want to be put on life support. I don't want, I'm not donating my organs. What else do I not want? I don't want to be buried. I want to be cremated. So yeah, it's a lot that I want and don't want. Yeah, I don't want to be resuscitated. I don't want to be put on life support. I don't want a blood transfusion. I do not want a blood transfusion. Y'all, I got to go to the bathroom. So that's why I've been sitting here, because I knew before I went to where I was going. Before I went to where I was going, I knew I was going to have to use the bathroom. But yeah, I don't want to be resuscitated. I don't want life support. I don't want blood transfusions. I want to be cremated. I don't want my family contacted when I die. I don't even want them to know I'm dead. That's sad, but it's the truth. I don't even want them to know I'm dead. And I told my family one time I wanted to be cremated, and she gonna tell me she ain't gonna do it. So, girl, I sure ain't gonna. You don't need to know I'm dead. Because if you ain't gonna honor my wishes, then you don't even need to know I'm dead, child. How somebody gonna tell you they want to be cremated? That's so disrespectful. I don't have to agree with your choices, but I will honor your choices even if I disagree with them. If that's your last will, you don't want to be buried. What I look like putting you in the ground and that ain't what you want. You want what I want. But after you die, y'all, people could do what they want. That's why you need to trust somebody that might not have no dog in that fight. And then you got to let other people know. All right, and you?
Did you get out of that van?
Yes, I did.
Walked instead of drove?
Yeah. Need to exercise.
Good for you.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna end this live. I got to go use the bathroom, or maybe I'll just block the screen and put y'all on mute. Give me a minute.